So only a couple days after I dropped my Predator 5 video, the first full trailer was, I guess, leaked. So let's check it out.
Why do you want to hunt? Because you all think that I can't.
Oh, there it is. That first little glimpse of what I was talking about. How much do you want to bet she answers the question in the movie in a very similar way? I want to hunt just to spite all of you. I will say the scene with the bear is pretty neat on a superficial level. I do hope they explain why she doesn't bring anyone with her to hunt a fucking grizzly though, because methinks she's gonna do it alone like a dumbass. It also takes Ki, or Naru, or whatever her name is, way too long to get this guy out of the way of this. I understand they don't know what that light means, but if you're being chased by an invisible creature that you saw bench a grizzly over its head, I think you'd be far more cautious. You don't need to understand technology to know when a strange light appears on the head of someone from the direction of something that was chasing you to know that it's probably not a good thing. It also looks like that they either changed the color of the plasma caster bolts from blue to red, or that's perhaps a new weapon. And if it is a plasma caster, just why? From the perspective of the films, except the last one obviously, it'd make complete sense for the Yaojua to limit themselves to a certain point in order to make the hunt more challenging depending on the technology levels of the prey. Not even just their weapons, but also their other gear as well. Like the masks are really only for breathing and protection, for example. And it could be some good additions to the film lore as well. We even get some glimpses of this in the trailer a bit, with this one having a shield, which I like, but would have worked better if it was in a medieval setting. Not saying you can't make it work, just saying it seems a bit odd when putting them up against people who are barely out of the Stone Age, you give them something like a plasma caster. Ah yes, but the key to beating the Yaojua has always been through low technology, I hear some of you say. I mean, Dutch did use a bow and arrow, sure, but said arrow was also tipped with fucking explosives. And he beat the jungle hunter not through superior strength or weapons, but through cunning and strategy, all due to his experience in the special forces. Harrigan beat the city hunter in a straight-up fight, only after he unloaded a shotgun into it at point blank, cut off its hands, and chased it back to its ship, all the while using its smart disc. You know, the advanced long-range weapon. And sure, Harrigan didn't use it as intended, but it was made out of an advanced alien metal, so clashing with the wrist blades and cutting through the net actually makes sense. Royce only beat Mr. Black because Isabel shot him, causing a distraction. Royce also used what I assume is a Yaojua axe? At least that's what I think it is, but I could be wrong. Point being, there's more to these defeats than just going primitive.
It knows how to hunt. I know how to survive.
And so did the others I assume the Yaojua killed. What exactly are you getting at with that line? Even as a trailer line, it doesn't make much sense. She also ties a rope to her tomahawk, which seems really fucking stupid considering you're limiting the range when you throw it. Bring multiple tomahawks with you if you're worried about losing them. Although we do see it being used in one brief scene in this trailer, which I guess makes sense in the context of what she's using it as. But it's probably going to contribute to the Yaojua being beaten, which, oh boy, I can't wait to see how this movie handles that. There are also colonists with guns, so I'm pretty sure they'll be incompetent or useless.
Whatever did this, I can kill it.
I'm sure you will, and probably better than anyone else in the franchise. The Yaojua also does this dumb thing with this tomahawk. I get that it's supposed to look cool, but what would look even cooler is if he caught it midair and threw it back. Not this weird fucking bullshit where it looks like the guy could just dodge it when he stops. Other than those things I mentioned, it's pretty unremarkable, all things considered. It's nothing horrible, but nothing exciting either. I think the reason it had a mostly positive view from those who've seen it is because it's at least competently made in most regards, but does very little outside of the bare minimum. All of the trailer lines are just very stock. I still have very little confidence it'll be good, but at the very least, the trailer isn't actively putting me off to watching it, so take what you can get, I guess.